Hey there, welcome back. And this group SRT clearing is for all the men out there for a change. The majority of my audience is women, and according to the analytics for YouTube. And I've had a request a male request to do prostate area, the male area. So this is for the male reproductive area, the prostate. Is it vas deferens? Going back into my anatomy knowledge, which isn't very good. The penis, the testicular region, and that whole area for men. So the whole sort of sexual health, prostate, vas deferens, I think that's right, vas deferens, testicular, penis area. So all of that area we're going to do for all you lovely men out there, and hopefully it will help you with shifting anything there. Also, always look at have I done a clearing for the root chakra? If I haven't, I will put that onto my list because that's worth doing. So we're still working with the God team. So set your intention to receive the benefits of this clearing. I'll do another one for the female area as well, and release them both at the same time. So you don't have to wait too long to get the benefits. So let's see, without further ado, I'm the face behind the pendulum. We're going to do this SRT group clearing on the male reproductive side. So set your intention to receive. Try and keep it to 15 minutes. What's it sitting at then? The male side. 0% positive, 100% negative, as I expect with all of them, to be honest, with all the group clearings, depending on who's watching. And where's it sitting in terms of consciousness? We're ascended master level. So we're going to ask the teams that I'm working with, the God team that I'm working with today, to clear it from ascended master level all the way up to radiant love, new paradigm level of consciousness as an absolute minimum. And we're raising it up to 100 positive, down to 0 negative, by clearing away any blocks, any programming, any stifled energy. Basically, when I say blocks, it's just stifled energy. You don't actually get blocks. There are no actual blocks, just stifled energy. So we're clearing that away from that whole, we'll just refer to it as the reproductive area for men. That's easier than doing the whole list each time. So anything around that area, anything that I haven't named, anything that I've named wrongly in the title, but anything around that reproductive area, the teams know what they're working on. So we're clearing away anything that needs clearing there for your highest good. And even though this is recorded and done at a certain time, because it's the healing's happening on a quantum level, just make sure that you're open to receiving fully and completely the benefits of this clearing, always for your highest good. You might even notice the areas that I'm working on, even though it's on the physical, it's also on the energetic as well, and at an unconscious level. But you may also notice that when I'm working on aspects of the physical body, you can actually feel sensations in that area as well. So you may not, but you may. You may also be carrying some programming. If you're a female watching this, you may also be carrying some programming from another lifetime as a male. So might not do you any harm to listen to this. It won't do you any harm to listen to this anyway, but I mean, it might benefit you. Rephrase that, it might benefit you to listen to this anyway, in case you've got anything that's running from any other lifetime, or anything that's been inherited, any beliefs that have been inherited there as well from the male side of your family. Right, okay. Similarly with the female reproductive one as well. So we're going straight to chart 5, which is blocks, interference, and negative motivations. It's where all the dense energy tends to sit or show. Anything on the inside, nothing on the inside. So we're looking at negative motivations, which are desire and ambition, responsibility, violence. Anything else there? Anything hidden, buried, cursed, lied about, avoiding the souls anywhere? Okay. How many levels of consciousness? Looking at 3 levels of consciousness. Let's get all of those negative motivations from whoever's watching cleared. Desire, ambition. Also clear any escapism that's there as well. I feel drawn to that. clearing away any responsibility. I also want to ask that any power or manipulation is cleared as well, connected to that area, and violence as well. Clear those away at 3 levels of consciousness on chart 3 from anybody that's watching, please, for the highest good. Bringing them back into harmony. Right, where are we going next? 6B it looks like. Okay. Outside left, block to empowerment, block to awareness. Anything else? Let's just clear those blocks at all levels of consciousness on chart 3 across all time, space, dimension, elevation, seas, roots, branches, everything, everywhere. I've still got something else there. Inside left, block to giving freedom, block to determination. Any other blocks? Yeah. Block to caring. Any other blocks? Yeah. Inside left. Block to endurance. Any other blocks? No, let's clear all of those blocks, all levels of consciousness on chart 3. Right, chart 10A, which is miscellaneous blocks. We have inhibitors. How many inhibitors do we have? How many digits? 3 inhibitors. Do we need to investigate those inhibitors anymore? No. Anything else? Let's just clear 3 inhibitors. Miscellaneous blocks, this chart here is at God level of consciousness, which God level of consciousness is here on the chart. Okay, so remember we're going up here, and all the way up here is where we want to be. So and quite often when I'm doing a personal clearing, I have to research the inhibitors as well. That's quite a powerful clearing taking place that I can feel on this one. So I hope this is helping you, whoever's watching. Done? Anything else on here? No. Right. Chart 12, which is spirit energy programming. We have a dysfunction of spirit by thought, potential dysfunction of spiritual consciousness by God, pre-programming of spirit by God. Let's clear all of those at Queen of Life level. This is an expression of the soul that is level of the soul, which is at sort of womb level. So we have the egg and sperm level, which is at King of Kings. Then we have Queen of Life, which is at kind of the womb level. Although nothing is ever created, nothing ever dies in our consciousness, that we are told. They're kind of equivalent levels of the soul, expressions of the soul. And Lord of Lords would be the first expression of the living soul. And the thing about the male reproductive area, as well as the female, but especially the male, that it gets affected very strongly psychologically there. So it's no wonder that dysfunction of spirit by thought and that kind of thing, and potential dysfunction of spiritual consciousness by God, there's no wonder these things are coming up, because it has such a striking correlation with the psychology, the male reproductive side. It's the manhood, isn't it? The manhood. So Same with females. But for females, it's a much more emotional thing, and much more about trusting and relaxation with the females. Comes from slightly different psychological standpoints, in my experience. Oh, they can also be very similar as well. So let's have a look. Where are we going? We are going to chart 24, Rebirth Conscious Mind. This is where all the vows and goals are set or held. Obsession reinforced with thoughts. Solidified patterns. Anything else? No. Do we need to do any more investigation? No. So let's clear all obsessions reinforced with thoughts. Your teams know what they are for the purpose of this group clearing, and all solidified patterns as well that are there, that can be cleared without further research, but it can be cleared by your teams across all time, space and dimension, elevation, seeds, roots, branches, everything, everywhere. Oh, that's quite a short clearing there. Anything else? Anything else before mop up? That's all they want to do before mop up. Any echoes, residues, shadows, seeds that are still remaining? No. So it's not a huge clearing there. So let's go to mop up and do a quick mop up, please, for anybody that's watching this. Across all time, space and dimension, elevation, seeds, roots, branches, everything, everywhere. And again, because it's a small clearing doesn't make it any less powerful. It just means that I didn't need to do too much research. So the teams are doing all the other work there. Plus, I think if you had individual clearings, that would be a different matter altogether. You'd have a lot more would come up in an individual clearing, but this will help to take a layer off whatever's going on underneath as we're in mop up right now. Quick mop up right now. Okay, are we done with mop up? Yeah. Okay, is the soul happy with the clearing? Is the high self happy with the clearing? Yeah. Is there anything more to be done right now? No, that's fine. So where are we with the group clearing right now? 100 positive. Now that says 10% negative, so I know that there's something else there. And we're in chart 12, spirit energy programming. Queen of Life again. We have dysfunction of spirit by error. Consciousness has since come up. A loss of hearing God. So let's just get those cleared as well. This is why we always check afterwards, because quite often there's something still left, something that's come up as a result of the mop up. And mop up is where the bulk of the clearing takes place by your teams on the other side of life. And they have about 200 plus charts. I have 30 something here of the SRT charts. I have other charts as well, but for this purpose, I'm just using the SRT charts, spiritual response therapy charts. So they do the bulk of the clearing. We have a prep to work process where you prep the client to work, and obviously I get prepped to work as well, which I've already gone through before doing this. And then we have the mop up process. This is where the bulk of stuff, and I have a long list in my mop up of instructions. I read them with an affirmations given, and then we do checks as well. There's lots of different questions I ask in individual clearings. Is there any other business? No. Are we done now? Yeah, let's have a look. So where are we at now for the male stuff? And there, it's very clearly at the 0 now. So, and it feels so much lighter. Is it on this side of the chart? It's on this side, okay. And it's up here. I can feel it up here. Wonderful. So there we go. See how you get on with that. Any further requests, don't hesitate to let me know. And I'm happy to working my way through all my requests, but I hope that helps you. If you want a personal clearing, then all the details are down below. Big kiss to you all.